Welcome guys to a new episode. What should I know when I want to buy a HP2 Enduro or Megamoto Sport? This episode will be more about the Sport and Megamoto. If you want to know about the Enduro and Megamoto, but I was talking about the Enduro mainly, I will say watch at part 1 and then watch part 2, because then maybe you will hear something different or new. So let's talk about the sport. If you're thinking to buy a sport bike like the HP2 Sport, maybe you thought also about the Megamoto and want to know what are the difference between these two bikes. I would say mainly how high you sit, how much horsepower you have, and the front suspension, because one has a telelever and then the other one has a upside down suspension. So let's talk about what should I know when I want to buy. What should you know when you want to buy a HP2 Sport? The HP2 Sport is in real a prototype bike that was mainly built for the endurance races, for the superbike, and then it comes to the public, and they sold more than they thought, and they are quite happy. This bike has mainly fairings that are carbon fairings, so you should have a look that this is a original bike because collectible. So the fairing should be white or the limited edition colors, but if the limited edition, then the VIN number should match to the color, because some people have painted or modified the HP2, and then I can say it's important to stick to the originality. The next thing is you will find Megamotos, sport bikes with ABS and without ABS. If you get the possibility to have a look on a sport or Megamoto with ABS, go with the bike with ABS. First of all, there are less bike with ABS on the market or were built. The second thing is the price is also a little bit higher, and the people that are looking at us, for example HP2 Sport, they want mainly the bike with ABS, and on the Megamoto it's also like that. So a Megamoto with ABS is selling less difficult and is more attractive to the market. So if you want to buy the bikes and ride it and then sell it later, I would say buy them with ABS, so you have no problems to sell them. Because I know that Megamoto or a Sport without the ABS is so that if someone is interested, he will push down the price, and then the next will come, and yeah, this is the main point. So don't create yourself a main point to lower the price. Just buy the bike with ABS. But I don't want to say that the bikes without ABS are worse or anything. No, but this is something, if you're new to the market and you don't know about these bikes, or you want to have something collectible, then yes, look at this. Then the limited edition at the Sport is also something, yeah, if it's original one, then a really collectible, because only 400 bikes were built in the limited edition colors. They're really nice, most people like them, and this is something really cool. What you should look at the bike is also what I was talking in part 1, about the seals for the Sport, the same topic as for the Megamoto and Enduro. So I really recommend have a look on my first video, so you will know what I mean. Then the next thing is about the suspension. On the Sport you will have on the front a damper, and on the back on the damper. So it's from the service, it's quite okay. The fork seals can be leaking, but most of the time they are not the problem. And yeah, what you should know, the HP2 Sport has forged wheels as a standard, so they should be on the bike, forged wheels. um, and the Megamoto had stock wheels in blue. Both front and back tire wheel is in blue, so have a look at that. And some bikes were delivered already with the forged wheels, so they didn't have the normal cast wheels. They had already from the dealer only the forged ones, because some people or later they have ordered with forged ones and they delivered already with forged wheels. So that's an information for you why some Mega Motos didn't have maybe the stock wheels already or with them. And I can say the forged wheels on the Mega Moto are really making the bike much more handy than they are on stock wheels. That's my favorite. I have it on my Mega Moto. Um, have done also on my Mega Moto video if you want to have a look. So really cool. And yeah, if it's about some other topics that are on the sport to the Mega Moto, for example, what you should look at, there are not much like frame cracking or anything. Yeah, that are not happening. The swing arm, the crack that I mentioned in the first video, is maybe happening, or some Mega Motos, but not many. The final drive is something to look at. And if you buy it, just have a look on the shaft. This is something I forgot in the first video to tell you. Have a look on the shaft. So the U joints, if they are moving freely on the Enduro, Megamoto or Sport, no matter which kilometers they have a look on them. And I would recommend to you, just go to a point to have a look on the internet. If you don't know where, just message me on Instagram. I have a person in Germany that is doing a rebuild of the shafts for 240 euros or something. This, if I say rebuild, he's changing the U joints to grease-able U joints, and I have it on my race enduro, and I'm really happy with that, because I don't need to think, oh, is my U joint okay or not. I just re-grease them every year and that's it, and they will run forever, like forever, let's say. So that's something I can recommend, and have a look at that, because this is like a chain on a motorcycle, really important. The boots, I forgot on the first video to mention the boots. If I say the boots, then this is between the gearbox and the swing arm, this rubber that is making the contact and sealant, and on the final drive and swing arm. This is something over the years they crack. Just exchange them, and they are not soft enough. SVT Sports, for example, in Germany have silicone boots, and I'm really a fan of that. I just tried on one HP2, and now I say it, I will, every HP2 I will exchange them to these silicone ones, because the stock ones from BMW, they are quite stiff. They are soft but stiff, and on some people it happens that they got off the swing arm, and then you have a hole and water and dirt get in, and this is not good for your U joints and shaft itself. So yeah, if you want to know where is my source or everything, I will put the link on the description just for you, or you ask me on Instagram, and I will manage for you that you will know where to get them. And yeah, if you're thinking now it comes to the Megamoto or Sport bike, it depends what type of biker you are. If you say, yes, I like to be a hooligan on the street and do some like crazy shit, then I would say the Megamoto is the bike you should get. The Megamoto is a bike that everyone is looking at, and like some people just saying like, what, how have you modified the GS? And then you say no, it's a real BMW bike, and then they are like curious, like I didn't know that this is existing. And yeah, this is the first point. But with the Sport is happening the same, of course, but not on this point, because some people just think it's R1200S and not the HP2 Sport. Only really good persons know that this is a real HP2 Sport. So yeah, if you want to be a hooligan, if you are a HP2 Sport like enthusiast, you want sport bikes, super bikes, then HP2 Sport is like the bike to go. And I can say to you, if you ride a HP2 Sport with the telelever and you go then to a normal bike like a sport bike like GSXR or S1000RR, I will say to you, you will never ride again like that. It's for the riding skills, it's really bad to go to a telelever and then back to a stock upside down fork. You need some time to adapt back to a normal suspension, because the telelever is really helping and easy to drive fast. And the sound and the dash on the HP2 Sport is something unique, and this is something I would say also a plus for the HP2 Sport. If you want to commute or run on some holidays, I would also say a Megamoto is the better bike than a Sport. Then the next thing is the maintenance. HP2 Sport has a maintenance after 50,000 kilometers. You need to have a rebuild done. So 50,000 kilometers, it's a big service. It says in the manual from BMW, rebuild. You need to rebuild the whole engine. So this is costly. So this is why also most HP2s that have higher kilometers, like 30, 40, they are also low in price because of that. And HP2 Sports with much higher kilometers you will not really find, or really unique, but then the price is also really low because of that. And the HP2 Sport, for example, I have seen last time one with 112,000 kilometers for sale in Germany, and he wanted, I think, 11,000 euros or something like that. Yes, it's low, but it's not the market is not so bright. So a Megamoto cost in low mileage 15,000-16,000 euros, let's say, and with high mileage, let's say the 11,000-12,000. So and the HP2 Sport costs also 11,000, but if it has low kilometers, it costs 20, 19, 90 or 18,000 euros. So yeah, the separation of the is not so big on the Megamoto. And also I would say for the Megamoto you get parts a little bit easier, not easy but easier than for the HP2 Sport. And for example, if you need the gearbox or the engine, then the engine and the gearbox is, for example, just normal R1200 ST engine and gearbox in real also, so nothing special. For the HP2 Sport it's different, the engine is special, and the engine is not a normal R9T engine, it's a HP2 engine. So it's only built for the HP2 Sport, and in no other bike it's mounted. So that's something quite special, and if you fall and you destroy the head or something, then it will be costly. On the Megamoto, not. On the HP2 Sport, yes. The valve covers, yeah, 700 euros each, new, or maybe more, maybe 800, but something like that, because they are carbon fiber, and that's something costly. But in everything else perspective, I can say really good bikes, really durable and rideable. So if you have one or you want to have one, also it's better to have a part than to need a part, because some people are needing some parts and they don't get it at BMW, and it's better to have them or to buy the aftermarket part, of course, but then it's an aftermarket part. So yeah, that's a little bit pity. And of course some HP2 owners have a lot of parts, so if you're there and you talk with him, just ask him if he has some other parts, and then have a look what he's asking for it, and then just make a complete price for the bike and the parts. It's most of the time cheaper, and of course for everyone better to have and to buy. So I hope you enjoyed these 2 episodes. My opinion, of course, can differ to yours, but in main perspective, I can say I like every HP2, and for every purpose there is other HP2 to use. But yeah, I hope I could help you if you are thinking to buy one or you have one already, just wanted to maybe know something new, or just yeah, put it in the comments if I forgot something. I'm really open for every opinion, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe button, and see you in the next time. Bye.